I'm a huge Halloween fan. I want to start off by saying that, as if that's not already obvious. I've been a fan since the early to mid 90s, somewhere around 94 or 95. You guys learned this when I did my reaction videos in the summer of 2017. I reacted to each film 1 through 8, and I shared with you what my experience was like as a child as I learned about each film. So, like I said, I've been a fan since the 90s, the early to mid 90s. But in 2004, as you've heard me say over and over and over again on social media, my teacher, high school teacher, gave me a copy of the 25th anniversary edition of Halloween. It came out in August of 2003, and he gave it to me on June 15th of 2004. At that time, I did not own very many DVDs. The only DVDs I owned was Jason X, Halloween, and Resurrection. As a matter of fact, I think those were the only 2 DVDs. And when I saw the 25th anniversary of Halloween, that DVD really kicked my fandom into overdrive. I became a super fan in 2004. But I always been a fan. Let's not get it twisted. I was always a fan. It's just that when I saw that DVD, then I really became a fan, if that makes any sense. I love the Halloween franchise. I really do. A lot of people think that when I speak about it, it's coming from hate. But actually, it's coming from love. A lot of people don't understand that it's the person that you love that you reprimand. You don't reprimand or correct somebody that you hate. If you have a child and you tell the child not to run into the street because he or she can get hit by a car, and he does it anyway, a lot of parents will spank the child. They will beat the child's ass. Not because they hate the child, but because they love the child. Somebody once said to me, well, Halloween isn't your child. You're damn right it isn't, because if it was, it wouldn't be in the shape that it is today. You're right about that. But my point is that I complain about this franchise not because I hate it, but because I love it. And I feel like a lot of people want to say the things that I'm saying, but they're so afraid of being hated by everyone else. They're so afraid to be in the position that I am. So they would rather be in the amen corner and just agree with everybody else so they'll fit in. That's not me. It's never been me, and it's never going to be me. That's why I don't have many friends. This is why Steve Harvey said that you can't keep it real all the time. Because if you keep trying to be real, you ain't going to have no damn friends. That's the way Steve Harvey put it, and I agree with that guy. I don't really care for him all that much, but I agree with him. This is why I don't have a lot of friends in the horror community. This is why I don't get many interviews, because a lot of people cannot stand somebody with their own opinion. That really bothers them. A few people were nice enough to give me interviews, and Justin Beam, he's given me several, and I have to give him props. because we've had many arguments, but he always kept it professional, and I respect that guy. I think out of everybody in the horror community, I respect Justin Beam the most, because he always kept it professional. I don't care what kind of dispute he had with me, the guy always kept it professional. The trouble started with H2O, and that was mostly because Jamie Lee Curtis walked into the office of one of the people behind the film, and she talked about killing Michael Myers. And according to Jamie Lee, Mustafa Akkad, who was the executive producer of the franchise at the time, told her, he says, you can't kill Michael Myers. And she says, well, can we at least make the audience think he's dead? So I guess he agreed with her, and he just let her do that. Then, when Resurrection rolls around, she decides that she's done with the franchise. Again, according to Jamie Lee Curtis, Malik Akkad basically begged her to stay. She said, no, Malik, I'm done. So at that point, they had Michael Myers kill her. What I don't get is why so many fans bitch and complain about her leaving when she was the one that wanted to leave. I don't understand the logic of these fans today. These cannot be the same fans that I saw on 25 Years of Terror and other DVDs like that, because those guys were excited about Halloween 9. I don't know who these people are today. These people are a bunch of bandwagoners. And I'm just going to keep it real with you. Listen, I would love to meet Jamie Lee Curtis. It would be great for my channel, great publicity for my channel, but I don't think that's going to happen. The chief reason being is that I'm a lowly channel. I'm a nobody. The second reason being, I don't bow down or suck up to anyone. So it probably wouldn't go good for her. What I don't understand is how she can talk all this shit about the Halloween movies and she still looks like the good guy. I don't understand it. She praised Halloween H2O, and then all these years later she says, oh, I only did it for money. She did the same thing with Halloween Resurrection. She praised it. She said it was a very good, very modern installment of the Halloween series. Those were her words. You can check the DVD. And then in 2015, she calls Halloween Resurrection a joke. So a person like her cannot be taken seriously. You can look this shit up, what I'm telling you. Because she'll say one thing one year, and then a different year she'll say something completely different. Who's to say she won't do the same shit when this movie comes out? I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm keeping it real with you. This is raw and uncut. This is why I don't have a lot of friends in the horror community, because I call people on their bullshit and they don't like it. Because we are at an age now where people love lies. That's just being real. People love lies. They don't like the truth. If you come out with the truth, you're speaking hate speech. You're being hateful. You're being negative. That's why I gotta respect Justin Beam. Because while he didn't always agree with me, that brother always respected me. Even if he didn't agree, I'm just going to put it out there, and I'm not trying to put him on the spot. But we had actually had an argument before the interview, before the one that we did in November of 17 about Halloween and all the terrible shit going on in Iowa and things like that. We had an argument before that interview, but he kept it professional. You would never know we argued because he's a professional dude. You would never know. And that's why I respect him. I wish that the people in the horror community, I wish they could take a cue from this dude. Because he's a humble guy. I've got to give it to him. I respect the hell out of him. I don't know where he is. I guess he's taking a little vacation from the internet right now. But when the dude comes back, I want to speak to him again. I respect that dude, straight up. I love Halloween and I always will, but I'm pretty much wanting now to divorce myself from it because they're not going to change. And to be honest with you, Halloween is way too convoluted and fucked up now. It's all over the place. Now they're at a point where it's like choose your own adventure. That's what they're literally saying about the Halloween franchise. Halloween is all over the fucking place and I can't take it anymore. I don't take the franchise seriously anymore. It's like, I think of Halloween this way. If you want to see Michael Myers kill somebody, go put a Halloween movie in. But if you're looking for continuity, you might as well toss that out the fucking window because it ain't there anymore. It's just gone. And maybe Resurrection wasn't the best installment, but let me tell you something. When Mustafa Akkad, when he died, God rest his soul, but when he died, I knew the shit was gonna go in the fucking toilet. I knew it. When he died, I cried because I knew it was over. And look at Halloween. That's exactly where it has gone, in the toilet. And the problem these days, is that people don't have the balls to say it. They feel the same way I do. They think the same thing I think. They just don't want to say it because they're afraid of being hounded by either the media or by the fan community. Me, I'm not afraid of that because I'm used to being the bad guy. I've been the bad guy since I arrived here in March of 2010. As I said before, I would really love to meet Jamie Lee Curtis. I'd be so honored to meet her. She meant a lot to me during my childhood. I even had a crush on her. But when it comes to Halloween, if I'm being honest with you, her word just isn't worth that much anymore because she'll say one thing 1 minute and then say something completely different next time. These things are on the internet for you to look up whenever you want. The problem is, like I said, people love lies. That's the biggest problem. And they would rather have a comfortable lie than the painful truth. And the painful truth is they don't give a flying fuck what you think. The Halloween fan today is just another dollar sign. That is all you are, and that is all you will ever be to them. You are just another dollar sign. Nothing more, nothing less. It doesn't matter whether you're black as the street or white as snow. The only color they care about is the color green. That's it. That's all they care about. And the only difference between me and all those guys in the horror community is that I'm the only one with balls big enough to say it. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic, and I approve this message. And to Justin Beam and every other fan that supports me, I say this: you may not always agree with what I say, but thank you for defending my right to say it.